Welcome to UNCF's 12th Annual San Antonio Mayor's Luncheon. I'm Winnell Herron with HEB and a proud longtime supporter of UNCF. Today we're excited to have you all join us for this virtual celebration. Thanks to the generous support of many of you, we have successfully raised funds for the UNCF member schools to continue to help students get to and through college. The work of the UNCF would not be possible without support from amazing sponsors, and we're truly thankful for your continued generosity. The UNCF is the nation's largest and most successful minority higher education assistance organization, with 37 private member institutions. Proceeds from today's event will benefit students from San Antonio, as well as UNCF's 4 Texas member institutions: Houston-Tillotson University, Jarvis College, Texas College, and Wiley College. As a reminder for those of you who made at least a $50 donation prior to the event today, your name was entered into a drawing for a Whataburger gift basket valued at $350 or a $500 gift card to HEB. Stay tuned until the end of the program to see if you are one of the lucky winners of these amazing prizes. Now, to begin our program, I'm pleased to introduce San Antonio Mayor Ron Nierenberg.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here, virtually, at the annual UNCF Mayor's Luncheon. Thanks for using the innovation necessary to hold this event as safely as possible. As we continue to vaccinate and follow public health guidance, we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm proud to be continuing this tradition in San Antonio, and I appreciate all of the sponsors who helped make this event a major success. The partnership between the Mayor's Office and United Negro College Fund is an important one, and one that I intend to continue throughout my tenure. Counteracting generations of inequity and overcoming the discrimination that was long ago baked into our economy and institutions can't be accomplished overnight. Expanding access to higher education boosts our community in many ways. This year, I'm thrilled to note that 37 students at San Antonio's numerous higher education institutions are pursuing degrees with the aid of over $500,000 in UNCF scholarships. That's 37 San Antonians with an opportunity for a brighter future. 37 well-trained employees who will boost the prospects and outcomes at companies, schools, or nonprofit organizations. 37 residents more likely to be engaged in civic activities. Nationwide, some 60,000 students are blessed with UNCF scholarships. Progress often is hard-fought, and the needs remain great. A couple of years ago, the Census Bureau reported that 33.4% of African Americans 25 or older said they had completed a bachelor's degree or higher. A decade earlier, 28% said they had a college degree. In 1940, the Census Bureau found that only 4.6% of African Americans had degrees. That's progress. But USA Today reported on a study that found a significant college degree race gap remained. The newspaper cited a 13.7% gap between white students and black students. And those numbers reflect just those who enrolled in college. The gap was 8.5% in 1974. The study concluded that while education attainment, the number of individuals with degrees, has increased for all groups, the gap in terms of percentage points has increased. This matters because gaps in education attainment lead to socioeconomic inequalities. College may not be for everybody, but those who earn college degrees still can expect a better income than those who don't. A recent Pew Research Center study showed that high school graduates earn only about 62% of the amount that people with a bachelor's degree earn. Even if students don't seek a 4-year academic degree, some post-high school education is necessary for getting started in many trades or professions, whether it's a 2-year degree or a certificate. Scholarships, such as those awarded by UNCF, reduce student debt and allow more Americans to work their way into higher income brackets. Ensuring access to college education also helps our nation and our city. The more we do to ensure a skilled workforce in the community, the more decent paying jobs and companies we will attract. The United States will become a majority-minority country in the not-too-distant future. and we need more Americans of color to earn a college degree to keep our economy on track. Higher education is about more than better salaries. As Nelson Mandela once remarked, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I know UNCF's work will continue to make the world a better place. Thank you for helping to make our world stronger.
At this time, we'd like to share a message from our students, followed by a testimonial from local UNCF scholar Jordan Anderson Cortez, a sophomore majoring in business administration with a concentration in management.
When I was young,
I always wanted to be a doctor,
a television show host,
I always wanted to build rockets,
to be a lawyer,
a writer,
a corporate attorney.
and impact the world.
and in my mind, I thought I could do anything.
Anything.
I could do anything. But I was a foster child.
My father died.
We're homeless.
A lack of financial resources.
And I realized that there was only one way to my dreams: education.
Education.
And now, I'm a first-year law student.
In journalism and media studies.
Senior electrical engineering student.
Business administration.
MD, PhD candidate.
Aerospace engineering major.
Political science.
And I couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom, Dad.
all of my family, friends,
And everyone who has been in my corner.
And thank you.
UNCF.
UNCF.
To the UNCF.
a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
As a student here at Houston-Tillotson, I love the environment. I love feeling like people know who I am, feeling like I have a chance to be somebody and not just be a number or just another face. Being at HT allows me to create who I want to be. Attending an HBCU is an overall amazing experience. It feels like you're surrounded by family. People care about you and you're not just a number. You're making an impact on history and our culture, and it continues to push the pipeline for students like myself and minorities to give us a chance to further our education. Right now, I am studying business management, and I hope to eventually work in music. I want to own a record label and work in artist relations, and getting a business degree is allowing me to see what opportunities are out there in entrepreneurship and how I can professionally develop myself and what I want to do for the future. Students who receive support from UNCF have access to opportunities that they would never have access to. And partnering with HT allows them to have a chance to further themselves and their education without having to go into debt or struggle financially while being in school. Without the support from UNCF, many students would most likely be in a large amount of student debt or wouldn't even think about attending university. And UNCF gives them an opportunity to cut down on the stress and the debt that they would experience if they weren't at a smaller HBCU. Being at a smaller university allows me to know who my professors are, know who my peers are, knowing that I have a support system that many people do not experience within their first few years of university, as they feel they're outnumbered, or with large campuses you just don't have that one-on-one support that HT offers, and everybody knows everybody, and you can reach out to anybody on campus and they'll be there to support you. This is why going to an HBCU is so important for our culture and our history as we are continuing to build change makers and leaders.
Before we begin the award ceremony, we'd like to thank the sponsors who make the work of UNCF possible. Now we're excited to recognize our inspiring 2021 award winners. Our first honoree is Dr. Adina Williams-Lawston, President of St. Philip's College, who exemplifies the UNCF prestigious Excellence in Education Award. This award honors an individual from the community who serves others by providing educational opportunities to the next generation of leaders. Dr. Lawson is the 14th president of St. Philip's College, which currently serves more than 11,000 students in over 70 different academic and technical disciplines. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Adina Lawston.
Thank you, Winnell, for that very special introduction. I am honored and humbled to receive the UNCF Excellence in Education Award. I offer a very special thank you to two individuals, Dr. Ricardo Romo for nominating me for this award, and to my favorite and only son, Gilbert Williams-Lawston III, who made sure that his mother could be present and participate today. This Excellence in Education Award I gratefully and graciously accept. In accepting this award, I must recognize the incredible team of individuals at St. Philip's College. I am supported by an incredible leadership team, cabinet, the faculty, the staff, students, and student leaders. It would not be possible without their support. I thank you all for your support. St. Philip's College, though we are not a UNCF school, we are closely aligned with the mission, vision, and values of the UNCF institutions, private institutions. We are now in our 123 years of existence. We have never sent out a rejection letter. Everyone is welcomed and everyone is accepted at St. Philip's College. And that is because of the incredible team of individuals that support us as we ensure that students are able to walk in their passion and in pursuing their career goals. Thank you, UNCF, for this Excellence in Education Award. Thank you, Ricardo Romo, for your nominations. And thank you again, Mayor Ron Nuremberg, for me being a part of this luncheon today.
Our second award goes to a company that has championed UNCF's mission for over 40 years. Multiple studies show that those who earn at least a bachelor's degree have higher rates of employment, greater lifetime earnings, and are more civically engaged, and are more likely to establish a college-going tradition in their families. The success and achievements of these students enables them to give back to their communities and work for companies like our honoree, Broadway Bank. Join me in welcoming David Boney, CEO of Broadway Bank and winner of the UNCF Keeper of the Flame Corporate Award.
It is my honor to join you today on behalf of Broadway Bank to support the UNCF in investing in better futures for students, their families, and ultimately our nation. When I began at Broadway Bank as CEO more than 5 years ago, I was proud to join a company with a strong legacy of sponsoring and actively contributing to the efforts to strengthen, support, and grow its community. Our founders, Betty and Colonel Charles E. Cheever, valued education and its role in giving everyone a chance to build a brighter future for themselves. Continuing those efforts more than 80 years later is just as important today, if not more so. Over the years, Broadway Bank has awarded scholarships to college students, and our Broadway bankers have contributed their time and resources to support UNCF students through reading days, workshops, training sessions, and many more activities that prepare students to be successful candidates when they enter the workforce. This commitment to developing our community's future workforce is what ties our organizations together, and it's why all of us are here today, united in the belief that education empowers students to achieve their goals and dreams. We are very proud of our partnership with UNCF and its network of institutions. In the past 15 years alone, UNCF has awarded more than $9 million to students from the San Antonio area. At Broadway, we are happy to join UNCF in investing in the minds of students here in our great city. I'm humbled to accept the Keeper of the Flame Award as recognition for Broadway Bank's continued advocacy of the importance of providing access to education and to open doors for deserving students who could not otherwise afford the cost of college. Thank you again to the UNCF and the event committee for this great honor. We look forward to continued work we will do together to not waste a single mind.
I'd now like to welcome Dr. Colette Burnett, President of Houston-Tillotson University, to share with you the important impact of HBCUs on our students and economy.
Houston-Tillotson University is a member school of the United Negro College Fund, and I am very proud of that. And what I have found is that UNCF is such an advocate for our institutions, our missions, and most importantly, our students. And it goes so much farther beyond scholarships. I mean, the support and advocacy that Houston-Tillotson University provided our institutions, especially during COVID-19, is just invaluable. On my campus, which is a microcosm of the larger UNCF ecosystem, we graduate families, not just individuals. I can have 200 graduates walk the stage for commencement and have 5,000 people on my campus because we're graduating a family and serving first generation. In my case, we're 45% first generation on our campus. So in serving first generation, we're breaking generational poverty and helping students to begin to build generational wealth. And that is an economic engine for the greater good. With over 134,000 jobs, which is a part of the UNCF system, there's just no question as to why we need to continue to invest. And it's not to donate, it's really investing in lives, investing in a very important mission, a mission that's almost 2 centuries old. Here at Houston-Tillotson, we are actually Austin's oldest institution of higher learning. We are in our 146th year now. And we are a part of the economic engine and prosperity of the city of Austin. We are a part of the pipeline. So with scholarships from UNCF, they help to bridge the gap for students when it comes to affordability and access. And our faculty pours into students to be able to prepare them for this workforce that we call Austin, Texas. Actually, Austin is home of many of the Fortune 50 organizations, and our students have been in leadership positions in what's non-traditional positions for young people of color. So I'm really super excited to be at an institution that fills that pipeline. We actually have a hashtag I am the pipeline. Our schools have been the centers of intellect and curiosity and academia with excellence for a very long time. And I think that it's important to relay the message that we've always been these bastions, these centers to address some of the most pressing issues facing our society. That's not new, it's just more important, and I'm really happy that finally we have the highlight on the phenomenal mission of United Negro College Fund schools.
Thank you so much for your support of UNCF and for joining us for the annual San Antonio Mayor's Luncheon. This pandemic has been challenging for many of us, and we're more appreciative than ever for your continued support of UNCF and the local students who aspire to achieve a college education. As we close today's program, join me in welcoming Representative Barbara Hawkins and UNCF Area Development Director Juana Collins for some final thoughts.
Hi, my name is Barbara Gervin Hawkins. I'm the state representative for House District 120. Thank you so much for participating in the virtual 2021 UNCF San Antonio's Mayor's Luncheon. UNCF has awarded more than $9 million to students from the San Antonio area. In the 2019-2020 academic school year, 41 students from the San Antonio community received scholarship support, totaling over $500,000. Your continued support and investment to the students of San Antonio will help ensure that they have the resources they need to work towards a successful and bright future. Please help support students from San Antonio and UNCF member colleges by texting 41444, 41444, or go to uncf.org/donate Donate Houston. Thank you in advance for your generosity and for helping us build a better future.
Hi, my name is Juana Collins, and I am the Area Development Director for South Texas and New Mexico. I want to thank everyone for coming out and participating in our San Antonio Mayor's Luncheon. Unfortunately, we didn't have the luncheon in 2020, so we're back. It had to be virtual this year, but I think we still had a great crowd participating online with us. I want to thank Mayor Nienberg for his constant support to UNCF and always stepping up when it's time to do the San Antonio Mayor's Luncheon and his words. I also want to give a special thank you to Winnell Heron, who is the Executive Vice President for HEB. HEB has been a long-time supporter of UNCF, and we couldn't do the work that we do if it were not for HEB and other partners. Also, let me just say thank you to Broadway Bank for allowing us to present you with our Keeper of the Flames Corporate Award. We really appreciate the work that you do in the community and the work that you do in supporting UNCF. And Dr. Lawston, we were so honored and pleased to present you with our Excellence in Education Award. Thank you for allowing us to present that to you. Thank you for the work that you're doing at St. Philip College, one of our oldest historically black colleges in the country. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors for just supporting us and doing what you do in order for us to make this event happen. Dr. Burnett, thank you for sharing the HBCU impact on the community and having Ms. Jordan speak and give her student testimony. Again, when we have an event like this, it takes staff and it takes volunteers. So I'd like to thank all of the volunteers who participated: Barbara Gentry, Representative Barbara Hawkins, Ed Rice, David McGarry, Dr. Tony Romo, and Zach. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And another, again, we couldn't do it without the staff, and I'd like to say thank you to Jewel Bass and Kaylin Beck for really working with me on this event. Remember, support our students in our colleges by texting 41444. Make a donation. I thank you, our students thank you, and our colleges thank you. I'm hoping next year we'll be able to do this in person. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.